What if I told you one of the most expensive perfumes you own could perform worse than a $25 bottle? And what if I told you coffee beans do not reset your nose, they actually make things worse? Even this one might shock you. Parfum is not always stronger than eau de toilette. Today we're breaking down the biggest perfume myths almost everyone believes using real fragrance science, not opinions. If you love perfumes or want your scent to actually perform better, this video will change how you use fragrance. Join me as I dive into the world of perfume myths and challenge myself to debunk the most common ones that you might still believe. As a fragrance enthusiast, I'm sure you've heard a thing or two about perfumes that might not be entirely true. Clarifying these misconceptions is crucial, not just for making informed choices, but also for enhancing your overall fragrance experience. Understanding the facts can help you find the perfect scent and make the most out of your perfume. Why doesn't your perfume last longer? Let's find out. Before diving into the review, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Myth number 1: perfume expires after 3 years. Oh, you've probably heard this one. Perfumes expire after 3 years. That sounds logical, but it's mostly false. Here's the truth: most modern perfumes are alcohol-based. And alcohol is an excellent preservative. When stored properly away from heat, light, and air, perfumes can last decades. In fact, vintage bottles from the 1960s are still wearable today. What does change over time is not the perfume dying, but top notes fading first because they're made of smaller, more volatile molecules. The interesting part: base notes like vanilla, amber, resins, and woods often get deeper and richer with age. So your perfume doesn't magically expire. If it smells good, it is good. Myth number 2: coffee beans reset your nose. This myth is everywhere, especially in perfume stores. You smell a few fragrances, your nose gets tired, and someone hands you coffee beans. Sounds scientific, right? But it's actually wrong. Coffee has very strong aroma molecules of its own. Smelling it doesn't reset your nose, it just adds more olfactory fatigue. From a scientific perspective, the best way to reset your sense of smell is smelling your own skin or stepping outside for fresh air. Your skin has a neutral scent profile your brain already knows, so it recalibrates faster. Coffee beans, they're comforting, not corrective. Myth number 3: expensive perfume lasts longer. This myth is emotionally powerful because we want expensive things to perform better. But longevity has nothing to do with price. It comes down to chemistry. Long-lasting perfumes usually contain heavier aroma molecules, fixatives like ambroxan, resins, woods, vanilla, wood. A perfect real-world example is Creed Aventus. It's an iconic, high-quality fragrance, but it has never been known as a beast mode performer. Meanwhile, more affordable fragrances like Club de Nuit Intense Man or Afnan Supremacy Collector Edition often project longer and last much more aggressively on skin. That doesn't make one better than the other. It proves one simple truth: price reflects branding, refinement, and artistry, not performance. Long before modern perfumery, before concentration percentages, fixatives, and price tags, philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau was already questioning how we experience scent. Rousseau wrote extensively about smell and memory, and believed scent had a unique ability to bypass logic and speak directly to emotion. He loved natural aromas, flowers, herbs, fresh air, not because they were luxurious, but because they felt honest and grounding. At the same time, Rousseau was deeply suspicious of artificial luxury. He believed that when we chase status instead of sensation, we lose the true emotional power of scent, and that idea connects perfectly to modern perfume myths. Because many of the myths we believe today, that expensive means better, that stronger means louder, or that rules matter more than experience, it's all about marketing, not how our senses really work. Rousseau deeply distrusted perfumes, cosmetics, and artificial scents. For him, perfumes symbolized artifice, deception, and moral decay. Rousseau would remind us of something simple: a fragrance doesn't need to be expensive, intense, or trendy, it needs to feel right. I don't agree with Rousseau on everything when it comes to perfume, but I do agree with him on one thing: I love natural scents. Myth number 4: skin type determines longevity. You've heard this one too. Oily skin makes perfume last longer, while skin hydration does play a role. It's not the main factor. What matters more is concentration of aromatic oils, molecular weight of ingredients, how and where you apply the fragrance to. People with the same skin type can get very different performance from the same perfume. Skin type is a variable, not the deciding factor. Myth 5. Fragrance families define scent. People love labels like floral, oriental, or fresh. But fragrance families are guidelines, not rules. A floral can be dark, smoky, and spicy. A woody can smell creamy and sweet. Perfumes today are hybrids. The real character comes from ingredient balance, dosage, molecular interaction, not the category name on the box. Myth number 6. Always apply 2 pulse points. This is one of the most widely repeated perfume rules. Always apply fragrance 2 pulse points. But scientifically, this advice is outdated. Pulse points like the wrists, neck, and behind the ears are warmer and more humid than other areas of the body. Heat increases molecular kinetic energy, which means fragrance molecules move faster and evaporate more quickly. This rapid evaporation doesn't just shorten longevity, it can also distort the scent profile, especially delicate top notes like citrus, herbs, and light florals. In warm, moist areas, these smaller molecules break down faster, causing the fragrance to skip its intended evolution and rush straight to the dry down, if your goal is better performance and stability. Cooler application areas are more effective. Areas like the forearms or outer elbows maintain a lower and more stable temperature, allowing fragrance molecules to evaporate more slowly and evenly. And when it's safe for the material, a light spray on clothing can dramatically improve longevity because fabric generates less heat and oil than skin. In simple terms, lower heat equals slower evaporation, better structure, and longer lasting scent. I personally apply fragrance to harder parts of clothing like collars and cuffs. From a scientific perspective, this actually improves performance because fabric generates less heat and oil than skin, allowing the scent to evaporate more slowly and stay true for longer. Myth number 7. Parfum is always stronger than eau de toilette. This is one of the most misunderstood perfume myths. Parfum is always stronger than eau de toilette, but higher concentration doesn't mean louder. Parfum contains more aromatic oils, which helps it last longer on the skin, but it usually sits closer and projects less. Eau de toilette, on the other hand, contains more alcohol, and alcohol acts as a diffusion engine, pushing scent molecules into the air more aggressively. A perfect real-world example is Club de Nuit Intense Man. Many wearers noticed that the eau de toilette version projected harder and felt more beast mode than the pure Parfum. Even though the Parfum had a smoother, denser scent profile, this proves a key point in fragrance science. Stronger does not always mean louder. Perfume myths shape how we buy, wear, and judge fragrances, often incorrectly. Once you understand the science, you stop chasing hype and start enjoying scent properly. That's all for today. If you have got your own perfume myths or experiences, share them with me in the comments below. And if you're looking for more fragrance tips, be sure to check out my videos. This is Scent Analysis, and I'll see you in the next one.